Good morning, everybody. My name is Brendan Jaggers, and I am a college student and sales representative for Smart Drugs for Thought. But first, I want to talk about y'all for a minute, specifically college and y'all. In college, is a very high-stakes environment, and there's the use of academic steroids such as Adderall, Ritalin, and Vyvanse. I mean, y'all know what they are. Help provide students, a longer term for studying intensely and learning information. In fact, 60% of students are actually offered these drugs, and 30% of them actually go ahead and take up on the offer. And St. Ed stats, that would probably be around 1,600 students who take them. But that's just to give you a rough estimate of how common this is. Now, here let's talk a little bit about myself. Now, I was diagnosed with ADHD, and that literally is a picture of me. I am not paying attention, and when I got on Adderall, I loved it. I literally went from F's, literally failing PE, to A's overnight. I don't know why, but Adderall is a very good drug for me. And I couldn't live with the side effects. So as I got older, as a kid, I got diagnosed with ADHD at a young age, and I took Adderall at a young age. And as I got older, the side effects became more pronounced. It's kind of like, you get your first real hangover when you're kind of a bit older. So I really needed to find an alternative because I wasn't keeping very good track of myself. I was eating once a day. That's part of the side effects, by the way. And I was having panic attacks in class, and this was actually controlling me, and rather than me controlling it. Plus, I was really a social zombie. I didn't like that either. So, in that finding of an alternative, I found a supplement category called nootropics, and they're actually right here, and I do take them. And what they are is pretty much the closest thing that we have towards the Limitless pill, I guess you could say. You guys hopefully have all seen that movie. But as a strict definition, they are a category of medicine that are mental enhancements. So what am I saying by that? Well, they're not Adderall, they're not vitamins, but they're right in between. And so when I found out the whole category of nootropics, this substance, it's really not your typical memory supplement. As you can see here, it takes 4 to 6 weeks for a typical memory aid to even notice anything. I needed something sooner. And to give you an idea of where exactly these classification of drugs lie on from a product standpoint, an effectiveness standpoint as well, you have all your vitamins right here, fish oil, coffee, Red Bull. Well, they're very, very weak, and they don't really notice too much, and you got to take them for a very long time. But then you move over to advertised supplements, stuff you see on TV that say, hey, this pill is clinically proven to raise awareness and help memory. And sort of, they're just made up of all this stuff. Then you get the nootropics, the classification I'm here to talking about now. A lot of people don't know about this, and here are their actual names of nootropic substances. And as you can see, as you go further and further up the chain, the amount of intensity rises. So what I mean by that is when you take it, you're going to notice something. And it's not like a gimmick or anything. You're not wasting your money. When you take it, you're going to notice immediate effects. Now, as for those effects, how do they work? Well, many of y'all, have y'all ever been, hungry for a long time? You ever heard the phrase called hangry? You don't eat for a long time, and you're just very irritable and very irrational. Well, nootropics work off a very natural neurotransmitter in your brain. It's called anileticolene. And when you're hungry, obviously you kind of turn into an irrational animal. Well, at least I do. And so that affects a lot of different types of areas in the brain, which obviously affect you. So what nootropics does, it stimulates anileticolene, which exists in the prefrontal cortex, the central nervous system, and the peripheral nervous system, and probably a lot more. And and when it increases that, it feels more of a natural you. It doesn't feel anything artificial. And actually it aids in a lot of, it aids in left and right hemispheric communication, which helps you learn a lot faster and also be creative. And so what are the benefits? There's a whole host of them. There's actually a whole host of nootropics, like you see here, and each one of them does a special characteristic that it excels at. Once you have one nootropic that's awesome in long-term memory and short-term memory, some that are better at photographic memory, some are better at your actual learning speed, but majority of them, majority of them act as a neuroprotectant. They aid in memory, they aid in attention span, and they all have pretty much same-day notices and effects. So, with all the benefits you can have with nootropics, you'd probably wondering, is it safe? Because obviously Adderall has a crap ton of side effects, and I know that firsthand. Well, yes, they are actually safe. No one's ever died off of these. There's been no reported overdosages. In fact, this is less toxic than table salt, meaning you would actually die by ingesting too much table salt before you overdose on these things. And when I say with an asterisk, please ask me about that. And then it is actually non-addictive, and also these things can be stacked. You can take each and every one of those things. Remember how I said each and every one kind of do something cool to your brain, long-term memory, more abstract thought. You can take each and every one of them at the same time as much as you want, and it doesn't have adverse effects, at least not reported, and clinically proven as well. Actually, it doesn't. So where can you get these? Well, you're not going to find these things in stores. There's actually been, you can't just find these things in stores. You have to buy them online. And you buy them at our store, Smart Drugs for Thought, and the pricing is per bottle. You might think this is like expensive or anything. These are, again, supplements, kind of like sports supplements. Every bottle is below $100, so they are affordable, and they come with plenty in them. So yes, even college students can afford this. And also, here are some of the reviews. It actually helps with, and I pulled this off today, actually. This is actually a whole community of people who take these drugs, and they actually, help out in their lives and everyday lives and stuff like that. So yeah, it actually does work. Anyways, once again, go over, these nootropics are safe. They are very, very effective. They've actually been clinically proven to enhance your brain activities. And also, they can boost brain performance, everything from being more creative to talking more to anything you really want to improve on yourself. You can take this and you start noticing effects. And also, even if you just stop taking them, let's just say you take one pill a day, and like, oh, this is great, you're still going to feel effects later on. Like this isn't something like Adderall you take and you feel extremely focused, but then you just go right back to being the old you right after the medication. This stuff actually builds upon itself. It helps learn and create pathways, revitalizes all the stuff you always forgot about, and all the dead space in your brain actually will end up revamping them, so long that you're working out your brain. And also, this can help in your daily lives. I mean, honestly, who wouldn't want to have a better brain? Everything around us is getting smarter and smarter and smarter. Why can't we just get smarter? And just off of just a little pill. So, thank you. That is nootropics. I wish y'all, thank you. And I'll open up a question for Q&A.